acceleration, okay, before acceleration, let me talk about, I've already talked about velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. That is velocity. Now, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Okay, the rate of change of velocity is acceleration. Okay, so that means v divided by t, or velocity divided by time. You remember velocity was, the formula of velocity was displacement divided by time, and the formula of acceleration is velocity divided by time. Now, when, suppose again giving you the car example, when you suddenly want to speed up a car, what you need to do, you need to accelerate, you need to press the accelerator, right, in order to accelerate the car. So what does it mean? Acceleration means you are suddenly changing the velocity of something. Changing the velocity means what? Suppose a car is moving with 3 meter per second velocity, okay, and suddenly you feel like that you need more velocity. So what you do, you suddenly increase the velocity, you start to increase the velocity of a car with respect to time. Suppose within every 1 second, you increase the speed of the car by 1 kilometer per hour. So suppose, let me say this, you are moving with 3 kilometer per hour, and you feel like you need to increase the speed of the car by 1 kilometer per hour each second. What does it mean? After 1 second, the car will have 4 kilometer per hour. The car will be running 4 kilometer per hour. After 2 seconds, the car will be running at 5 kilometer per hour. After 3 seconds, the car will be moving at 6 kilometer per hour. So see, this is how after each interval of time, the velocity of the car is changing. Not the distance, the velocity of the car is increasing. So this phenomena, this rate of change of velocity of the car is called acceleration. So what does it mean? It only increasing? No, it can also mean decreasing. So how that can be? Suppose the speed of your car is already, suppose 10 kilometer per hour, and you want to decrease the velocity, right? So how will you decrease? You certainly cannot decrease the velocity. You need to decrease the velocity gradually. So suppose in the first second you decrease the velocity and it becomes 9 kilometer per hour, and after 2 seconds the velocity of the car becomes 8 kilometer per hour. After 3 seconds it becomes 7 kilometer per hour. So this is also an acceleration, but this is a negative acceleration. Why? Because see, from 10 to 9 to 8 in the opposite direction, and this from 3, 4, 5, 6 in the positive direction. So this acceleration, it has also a name, we call it deceleration. And this positive increment is called acceleration. And acceleration has both magnitude and has direction. Why? Because we know in acceleration we have velocity, and in velocity we know we have magnitude and direction. So if in velocity there is a magnitude and direction, then obviously in acceleration there will be velocity and a direction, because in case of acceleration, velocity is a part of acceleration. Okay, so definitely the acceleration will have a certain magnitude and a certain direction.